Here we go again, 1,000 points, but this time it's Orks versus the Necron Hypercrypt Legion. And it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, I'm here again with Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm very well. You are silhouetted, I'm afraid, because of the backlighting. It is incredibly hot and sunny today. However, we are in a garage playing 40k because what other better thing is there to do? I am playing my 1,000 point Hypercrypt Legion, and I'm up against Richard's Orks. This is going to be fun. Let's have a look at my list. Okay, I'm trying a new lens on the camera this time. It's not quite as wide, but hopefully higher quality, especially in this very hard to get the exposure right garage. So hopefully it looks better. Right, here we go. We have a Hexmark Destroyer, and this guy's got the enhancement, which lets him auto-advance 6 inches. He is my Warlord. We then have another Hexmark Destroyer. We then have a Locust Lord. He's got the Staff of Light and a Resurrection Orb. And he has the enhancement which lets me re-roll ones and re-roll all hits if I am set up that turn. He's going to be joining 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers with the Exterminator gun. Then I have 1 unit of 2 Heavy Destroyers with the Gauss Destructor and another unit of 2 with the Gauss Destructor. We then have the Transcendent Catan because, well, you just have to take him. He's so cool. And then we have 1 unit of a single Locust Destroyer. Finally, we have 5 Necron Immortals with Tesla Carbines. So we are playing Deployment Map 7, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Deployment Map 7. This is what we're going to be using at my Dominion War tournament. So we are testing out the terrain. I think this build looks really, really cool. I'm loving the contrast between the yellow and red, so thank you, Rich, for that.
That's all right. It's always good to try different things out, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, talking of different things, Tyranids last time, Orks this time.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at your list.
My list has Captain Budrock and 10 flash kits. I've got 10 Commandos with a Bomb Squig and Traction Grot. I've got 10 Gretchen with a Runt Herd and Zogrod. I've got another 10 Gretchen with a Runt Herd. I've got 10 Looters. Two of the Spanners have got rocket launchers, led by a big mech in the truck.
I hate that combo, they're horrible.
And then 10 Gretchen there. I've got another 10 Looters.
2 units of 10 Looters?
Yeah.
You horrible man.
Big mech with with his Shocker Cat gun. They've got Ignore's cover enhancement, the Get Finder goggles, and then 3 Kelligan, 2 with drop blasters, 1 with rocket launch. Yeah.
Okay, and you are playing Dreadmob, right?
Dreadmob, yes.
Yes, okay, this looks nasty. I've got 17 models. Look how many models Richard has. Okay, well, let's have a look at the mission. Okay, so Richard has just changed his mind. He's going to put the flash kits in the truck. Yeah, and both looters on the table.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so this is the mission. We're playing Hammer and Anvil, if you can't tell already. We are playing a basic mission, take and hold, 5 points for each objective marker that you are on, a maximum of 15 points per turn. And prepared positions, which means you can use the heroic intervention stratagem or the go-to-ground stratagem on battle line units for 0 CP. And that's it. So we are now going to set up, and then we'll be back for the roll-off for first turn. Okay, we are deployed. I've got my 2 Hexmarks in reserve. We then have my single destroyer and the 3 heavies with the Locust Lord here behind this building. I then have my Immortals on my home objective, 2 units of heavies behind the pieces of terrain there, and over here we've got the Transcendent Catan. And Richard has infiltrated his commandos, no surprise there. We've got 1 big squad of looters here with the Killicans and some grots. Home objective, we've got more grots, we have some more looters at the back there. I think they're trying to block some deep strikers. In here we've got the truck with the flash kits in, and over there we've got more grots. So we are ready to find out who goes first. Do you want to go first, Rich?
I always like to go first.
You do, don't you?
I'm an aggressive type of player.
Right, here we go. Another 6 on the devil dice. Oh, this dice, I absolutely hate it.
What you mean is you love one yourself?
Yeah. Where'd you get it from?
Is it Devil's Imp Gaming?
YouTube channel, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what it's called, but whatever it is.
I played a player and
I hate it.
They give out a dice, a bit like Ace did. Always give an opponent a dice as a token when you play with them.
I hate it.
Except that Ace's one always ones.
I could make a whole video on how much I hate that dice. Okay, so Orks turn 1. We are both playing tactical objectives, and Richard has drawn Sabotage and Overwhelming Force. Okay, end of movement phase. So these guys have moved up here. These guys have stood still. We've got these grots moving into this terrain, and they're going to do Sabotage. And then these guys just scouted up there, and that's pretty much it. Not too much movement. So now we're going to move into the shooting phase. Okay, so there was no shooting because nothing's in range that can see to shoot, thanks to the terrain and my deployment. At the end of Richard's turn, I've hypercrypt this unit here from the table, and that's it. So we're going to move in to turn 1 for the Necrons. Okay, so I have containment and overwhelming force. So containment, potentially doable. I can move the Transcendent Catan. I'm thinking over this side of the table and do the action there. I'm thinking of moving these across and up over there to do the action. And then I need to kill a unit on an objective. It's the grots at the back with those horrible looters who are going to be overwatching if I drop there. Or I've got these commandos. These look like prime target. Okay, end of movement. I moved this guy just up over there. Transcendent Catan coming in here. And then we moved the heavy destroyers onto this piece of terrain to get some line of sight towards these Kellicans who overwatched me. They got 1 wound through, which I saved with a 6. And that meant that these guys were free to come in. And they've just come in on the objective there, eyeing up these commandos. Of course, over here we've got those heavy destroyers, again doing the action. Okay, so first up, 2 heavy destroyers into the Kellicans. We have moved, so we need 3s. We miss with 1. Alright, and then here we come, strength 14.
So it would be a 2.
2s. We do get a 2, that's -4.
So it'll be on there involved. Well, actually, it's either way, it's a 6 up.
Right.
And it's 6 damage, isn't it?
Yeah, flat 6.
So it will kill 1. So 1 dies.
1 dies, does it explode?
No.
Nope. Okay. So next up, it's these guys shooting at the commandos. Okay, so we are in rapid fire range. I have deployed, so we get to re-roll all hits. And we are critical hits and a 5+, sustained. Here we go. So 3s.
4.
-1 to hit, yeah, because of your guy. And the black ones here are the Staff of Light. So we can re-roll the 1. So that misses.
No
Don't forget to keep an eye on the camera.
Yeah, so that's all your...
These all miss?
All miss your... Yeah, 4 is your fishing.
There's a 5 there.
Right, so fishing, you're fishing for...
5s and 6s. Come on, baby. 5 and 6s. But 4s will do. Another 5. Another 5. That's a 4. And they all miss, but it is
2,
sustained.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, strength 6 on the gold dice, strength 5 on the black.
The 4's on the black, 3's on the gold.
And re-rolling 1s because of infantry. Not on the black dice though, so need
4's on them.
Yeah, so that hits. Any 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That I can see.
7, 8,
9.
9. Okay, and what do I need on these?
Freeze.
Freeze,
so all the 2s
come out.
One there, one there, one there. Two, 3.
The re-rolls of the 1s, which we mess with 2. So that is how many saves we have. 0 AP. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 3, 5, 30.
So I need 20. I've got 12 wounds in there. I need 18 5s.
Right. Good luck.
Not enough. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not enough.
Okay,
No.
unit is dead. So I have achieved both of my secondaries. However, all of my heavy destroyers I feel are quite vulnerable now. So I'm sure the wrath is going to come back at me. But still, it's a good start. As we move into Orks, turn 2. Okay, Richard has containment and assassination. He has finished moving. He moved the death dreads up onto this objective with the grots there. And the looters. As the looters moved, I shot them with my heavies over here and I killed 5 of the looters. These guys have bowed out of the truck. I'm looking in trouble, to be fair, but we'll see. And then we've got the truck just moving around the corner there. And that was pretty much it for the movement. So let's move in to the shooting phase. Okay, first up it's the killer cans shooting at my heavy destroyers there. Richard rolled his dice to see what he got. He did take 2 mortal wounds on one of them, but he's got critical hits are an extra -2 AP. Very nice. So now he's going to shoot them. So it's D3 plus 3, yeah?
Yeah, so he got 3 wounds left. 2 for the first one. 3, 4.
Ooh, nice.
So 5, so that's 6 plus 5 is 11. Blast ignores cover, so you won't get any cover. Ballistic skill 4.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 go through. Strength 6.
Toughness 6, of course.
So 2 go through. Oh, that's devastating, that one.
Okay.
No, it's not. That's a can shooter.
But it is extra -2.
Is it? It's an extra -2.
Okay, so what's the AP of...
That one's -3, and it's -1 normally.
Okay, so -3, so this will be 6s. Nope.
So that's 1 damage.
And the other is 4s. Save the other one.
Yeah, so 1 damage to one of them.
Okay, so looters coming in next. This is how many...
It's sustained hits.
Sustained hits. Okay, very nice.
A roll for the big mech.
Okay.
So you get 4 shots. They're hitting on 6s. Re-rolling everything.
Okay.
And he is hitting on 5, re-rolling everything.
I've come to get you, Rich.
Oh yes. So I've got 1 sustained. I've got nothing there. But I get to re-roll it all.
Okay.
A couple sustained. 4s on those. 2 extra on them. Strength 8 -1, but they ignore cover anyway.
Okay, it's going to be 3s on them all then. Oh.
Is it worth re-rolling that single? Yes it is, because that's what's going to kill the unit. So 4 go through, 6 go through, 4 at -4.
Okay.
And 2 at -1.
Right.
So do
Yeah, is they different damage, are they?
yes, they're
Yeah.
D6.
Okay. So these are D...
-4.
-4. So there's no save.
Right, so 4 goes through.
Yep.
They're D6 each. 1 dead.
Yes.
2 dead.
Yes. 1 with 1 wound.
The other 1 dead.
Other 1 dead. Unit dead. Okay, so now I've got 2 dice left to take on the Locust Lord. These are at -1, so I need 4s. I don't make any of them.
So it's 2 damage a pop.
Okay, he's down to 2 wounds. Okay, so now you know why I always try to target the looters as much as possible, because they are horrible. However, we've got these horrible flash kits. My Lord on 2 wounds obviously isn't going to survive. Let's continue the shooting phase. Okay, so the flash kits took a little risk, shot into my heavy destroyers, nearly killed the unit. I've got 1 heavy destroyer left on 1 wound. And then this truck shot my Locust Lord, did no damage, but now Richard's going to tank shock. He's just rolled the dice, he's in.
So tank shock is 8, it's just on the toughness, isn't it?
Yeah, they've changed it, haven't they?
Which is...
Look at the sun, look at the sun, what are we
No,
doing
lovely.
in this garage?
Yeah. If I could have got it outside, I would have got the table outside. I did 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 4. Is it 4s or 5? 5s, I think. Oh, I'll double check in a minute. But
Ooh, that is a good roll. That is nasty.
that's 6 mortal wounds.
He's got 2 wounds left. Do you think I'm alive?
I don't think you're alive.
Okay, Locust Lord is down. Okay, so Richard scored 7 points for his containment and assassination. He got 5 points for primary. That's the end of his turn 2. I need to decide whether I'm going to teleport some units away, and then we'll move into Necrons turn 2. Okay, so at the end of Richard's turn, I put this lonely heavy destroyer into reserve. I drew my cards. I got extended battle lines, which is doable. I've also got area denial, so I need to kill this truck and take this objective in the middle. Okay, end of the movement phase, and I've messed up. So I did the RP stratagem on this guy here to get back to full strength, so he's up to 4 wounds. And I forgot that I used a CP to exchange here. The 1 CP that I was going to use to bring a Hexmark Destroyer in over here to take the middle ground, I wasn't able to do. So whilst I have some shooting on this truck to kill it, the second part of the plan, get this objective, yeah, I've messed up. So there you go, lesson learnt, not much I can do about it. However, I'm still going to target that truck and try to kill it. So let's continue. Okay, my plan perfectly worked thanks to me scooting this guy over, because actually he did the last wounds on the truck, didn't explode, and if I'd put my Hexmark Destroyer there, I would have got area denial, but I didn't because I cocked up. However, I did get 5 points for extended battle lines. I got 5 points for being on this objective, and now we're moving into turn 3 for the Orks. Okay, so Richard has established locus and behind enemy lines. Okay, end of the movement phase. We've got these Gretchen Grots here moving up. They are just about within 6 inches, so they are establishing locus. The flash kits are eyeing up the Catan over there. Not too much movement elsewhere though. Okay, end of turn 3 for Richard. These flash kits here shot into my Transcendent Catan, got him down to 6 wounds. And then these horrible looters over here took out my 2 heavy destroyers. Richard got his extended battle lines. He disregarded the other card that he had for a CP. I'm currently on 2 objectives as we move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. That is noisy. Okay, I have cleanse and bring it down. Okay, movement phase. I shuffled the destroyer over so that he was out of line of sight. I sort of tried to bait Richard a bit. I moved my Catan over here, hoping that Richard would overwatch him, which he did. That meant that I did lose 3 wounds, but it meant my Hexmark Destroyer could come in here without the overwatch happening. Richard did use a stratagem here to do mortal wounds, but rolled a 1, and then he moved on to the objective. I then used my Overwatch stratagem for free and shot them, and I killed 2 guys. However, Richard has taken this away from me in terms of OC, and of course I've got cleanse, but I do have the Transcendent to come in. I've got some more shooting. And then I brought in the other hex mark over there. Right, let's move in to the shooting phase. Okay, I forgot to bring my heavies in, so my heavies have walked onto the table edge there. I'm eyeing up the 2 Death Dreads, no, Killer Cans, for Bring It Down. Okay, so my Transcendent Catan killed a few of these grots. We've got the Runt Herd and 4 left. My 2 Heavy Destroyers over there did manage to kill the 2 Killer Cans. That was nice to see. We're now going to assault the Catan onto these grots because at the moment their OC is better than me, so I need to kill some more of them. Here we go, we need a 6, right? No CP to reroll. Come on, dice. Yes, we're in 10 inches. Okay, so my Transcendent Catan did kill those guys there, so I got both of my cleanse, I got Bring It Down. It was the best that I could do as we move into turn 4 for the Orks. Okay, Richard has no prisoners and cleanse, and he's called a war. We've got the grots coming up to that objective to try to cleanse it, plus some more movement. We will be back. Okay, so Richard killed my Transcendent Catan, he killed my Hexmark Destroyer here, he killed one of the heavies over there. I hyperphased the heavy and the Hexmark that was over there. They're in reserve, the rest is dead as we move into turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, I have Secure No Man's Land and Sabotage. I've lost one of my heavies over here. I came in to secure No Man's Land. This guy here is doing Sabotage. I took a pop shot but didn't kill anything. I lost my heavy in Overwatch, for reference, I forgot to mention that. And I've left my Hexmark in reserve this turn. So, yeah, the points is incredibly close, even though I don't have much left, as we move in to turn 5 for the Orks. Okay, end of turn 5 for Richard. He had Storm Hostile Objective and Engage in All Fronts. He's got both of those. He killed my unit there, the Heavy Destroyer. He killed the Destroyer here, stopping my Sabotage. And he's on these objectives, that unit there, just in my quarter. As we move into the final turn for Necrons. Okay, end of my turn. I got fairly good cards, Recover Assets and Establish Locust. I only had this unit left on this objective, got me 5 points for primary, and I brought the hex mark down here, established the Locust just there. That took the points to an incredibly close level. There's only 1 point in it. Look at that. Richard, 64 points. He got 30 for primary. He got 24 for secondaries. I got 25 for primary, 28 for secondaries. Maybe I could have got an extra 5 points if I hadn't messed up. However, we have to bear in mind that Richard could have overwatched that Hexmark Destroyer when he came in. So I may not necessarily have got those 5 points. But what an awesome game. Thank you, Rich.
No, thank you,
Really
Nick.
enjoyed that.
It was really enjoyable.
Quick handshake. Yeah, I'm pleased with that because I have to be honest, the whole of that game, even upon looking at our 2 armies, I didn't think I was going to win it. It never looked like I was going to win it, but to be 1 point away, I'll take it. In the meantime, if you would like to see a video about my army list, then check that out. And if you would like to see some of our other battle reports, then here's a playlist for you to watch.